walls became colder. I never really knew that it was over.
Moin moin guys, and welcome to the top 10 travel destinations in the world. We saw lots of different countries and cities all over the world, and here are 10 places you have to visit before you die. Number 10. New York. New York is an awesome city with the highest skyscrapers I've ever seen. As a European, you saw so many films like Home Alone or Sex and the City, and I always dreamed of getting there someday. To walk through the streets was like a dream come true and felt like being in a movie. We visited the Empire State Building and the Times Square, but by far the best experience was leaving New York with a cruise ship in sunset. The sun going down behind those big buildings, the seagulls screeching, and the Statue of Liberty right next to us. Great! Number 9. Singapore. You have to visit Singapore. It's the best way to start traveling in Asia because it's much more international than the other countries over there. Everybody speaks English and the streets are so clean, it's like eating from the boardwalk wouldn't be a problem. Another plus is the very strict law concerning drugs and environmental pollution. But please guys, watch your step in Singapore. My greatest memory in Singapore is the moment I chilled on top of the Marina Bay Sands in the infinity pool, looking down on the Singapore skyline. Awesome feeling. Number 8. Mauritius. One of the most beautiful islands in the world. Good infrastructure and a great new airport. Most of the population is Indian and they're so friendly, it's almost frightening. We wanted to chill on the beach one day, but don't know which beach to choose and how to get there. So I simply asked a guy on the street and he told us where to go and how to get there by bus. Next problem on the bus, we got only large bills. One bus ticket was about a few cents. And the bus driver couldn't change, but there was a man who paid for us and changed our money after we talked the whole bus ride about our life, his life, and yeah, life in general. So Mauritius is definitely worth a visit. Number 7. Mexico, Tulum. Mexico is a great country and we loved to visit Tulum. The old Maya ruins next to the beach are really breathtaking. I think it's the only place in the world where you can see those ruins directly to a wonderful beach. Besides that, the lizards all over the place were amazing. I never saw those animals before. Another great experience were the Caves dos Ochos. You get the opportunity to snorkel or dive there in the clearest water I've ever seen. It's so clear that you can see over 100 meters underwater. If you go there, prepare yourself for an early visit because it gets very crowded in the afternoon. Number 6. Florida. Miami, Key West, Tampa, Cape Canaveral and the Everglades are some places you have to visit when you're on the southernmost point of the US. It's great to see the wildlife right next to the big cities. I dreamed as a child of seeing the rockets that are on a mission to the moon, and as I saw those for the first time in Cape Canaveral, it was an awesome experience. My highlight as a German basketball fan in Florida was the American Airlines Arena. We got the chance to see the Miami Heat versus the Brooklyn Nets, and I'll never forget that. Heat won. Number 5. In the Dominican Republic, Samana. Samana is a small island in front of the Dominican Republic, and we visited the Bacardi beach where the famous TV spot was made. Unfortunately, way too much tourists, but a great beach and crystal clear water. The highlight was the sunset when we left Samana. It was by far the greatest sunset I've ever seen, and I saw lots of sunsets. Number 4. Jamaica. I totally love Jamaica and the Jamaican people. The weather is great, the beaches are white and the grass is green. In the country of Bob Marley, everybody greets you with "What up, my brother? Don't worry, be happy, respect," and so on. We climbed on the famous Dunn River Falls and we had lots of fun.
Hey girl, hey, wet. Give me that fight.
Number 3. Madagascar. Madagascar has such a beautiful landscape and wildlife. It's one of the poorest countries in the world, but the people are very kind and helpful. When you're white like we are, many people greet you with "Hello whites," and most of the time everybody is waving at you. It was a great experience to see such happiness, although they have nothing but themselves. Madagascar, especially Noisy Bee, a small island in the north, has the greatest beaches in the world. You have to check out the full video after my top 10. You can find the link in my description or down here. Number 2. Hamburg. My hometown is one of my favorite places all over the world. I know it's in my top 10 because I was born there, but I heard lots of people say that it's the best city in the world, and they were not from Hamburg. We got more bridges than Venice, old buildings and lots of culture. Besides that, you can party 24/7 on the famous Reeperbahn. Check out our celebration of the 827th Harbor birthday, video link down there. And finally, the number one, the Seychelles. I think it's called Seychelles, but what should I say, it's my number one. That moment I stepped out of our rented SUV, walked through the palm trees and saw the first beach on those islands, I was in love. We were there in February and I got the feeling that I am the first one who puts a foot on that beach. No footprints in the sand, no one to see, only small crayfish in the sand and the sound of the waves. The day we left, we cried. There was a small band singing a song to our farewell in the harbor, and it was so touching. By the way, the music in general on those islands is fantastic. Check out the radio station Paradise FM. Okay guys, these were my top 10 travel destinations all around the world, and now I want to know, what are yours? Leave it in the comments down below. Maybe I don't been there before and I want to check that out. Please give me some tips. I would love that. Thank you. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Moin moin and bye.